It's Monsterbass time, and I'm Northwest Fisherman Chris. Let's crack this thing open. This is the regional box that they give out every month. Each one's got a specific theme, and I believe this one is for fall transition because especially up here in the north, we are full on transition time. Let's get this thing open and see what we got. Oh, decisions. Summer heat reaches a fever pitch. Box of baits from the founder. Late summer fishing. Lesson 1 on popping. So we got another popper in here. Sweet. Lesson 2, stick with it. Yeah, stick baits, EWG. Can't go wrong with weightless Texas rig. Take off your skirt, buzzbait. So we got a buzzbait, more topwater, sweet. Get jiggy with targeting late summer bass and grass. So we got swim jig and trailers, awesome. Lesson 5, frog days of summer, walk it out. So we got a walking frog. Oh, lesson 6, Swiss Army knife of lures, paddle tail possibilities. So we got a swim bait. Sweet. Oh, it's Mikey. Maybe one day I'll be in the book. Doubtfully. One day I'll be in the book. There's the phases for the next coming month. And Bait Hacker and Spotlight. Alright, so let's crack this thing open. Let's go to that first lesson. Popping. Alright. Get a lot easier if I can see what I'm doing. Alright, so we got another catch. Mach K, Popper 70. Golden Shad. Okay, I was going to say because this looks similar but different than the one that I got in my national box. So, here we go. Nice gold color. Fading to kind of like a root beer brown till you get to that black back. Once again, we'll talk about the hooks. Non-EWG style, and they're super light wire. I mentioned in my regional box, because I got one of these in there, that I was not in love with it because of those light wire hooks. I'm sure they're fine. I'll just have to actually use them and see what they do. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see what they suggest. Medium action, glass or composite rod, 6'6", 30-pound braid, and 6'3" to 1 bait casting reel. Completely agree with that. Actually, I think my setup that I use for topwater is 7-foot medium, and mine's carbon. And then I run 30-pound braid to a 14-pound monofilament leader because I fish a lot of super clear water. And 6'3" to 1, that's exactly what my little MGL is. That's sweet. That is pretty cool. I don't like those hooks. You fish it anywhere you want. I mean, grass cover. I wouldn't fish it open water necessarily. And they say you can. But I wouldn't necessarily do that. I would go with a much larger popper to do that. Alright. Stick with it. So we're going to be talking about... Oh, there's our stick bait. Did we get hooks? I think we got hooks. I feel some hooks in here. There we go. Ultra Point Mustad. EWGs. Mustad hooks are so nice. I like the spear point hooks, but I'm not going to say no to a Mustad. So this is pretty easy, guys. So you got no weight. You got this nice 4/0 hook here. EWG. Excuse me, Ultra Lock for soft plastics. I don't. Whatever. So we'll crack this open here. And they gave us high floater. Don't give us color, but we all know that is green pumpkin, guys. That's green pumpkin. That catches fish. So we'll just put that in there like that. I go the full length of that first part before I go to turn it out. And I just turn it right out, push it up. And the reason for that is I like to cover the knot with worm. Protects the knot and gets me a little farther back on the worm. And we'll go ahead and just bam right through like that. Stick it back a little bit inside there. Ready to fish. It's heavy enough that you can cast it, but it's light enough, and because it floats, it's just going to chill and do whatever it wants. And the fish, the bass, are going to love this. Throw this around docks, weeds, water, really. I mean, I wouldn't throw this out in the open water, but anywhere you're under, like, I'd say 25, 30 feet, throw this, and then just kind of chill, let it do whatever it wants to do, pop it a little bit, let it hang out. That's a good bait. See what they say. Grass, reeds, brush piles, open water, interesting. Riprap, docks, rocks, trees, water. Yeah. So this has got 7.0 medium heavy spinning rod. I can see that because this would be a little bit light for a lot of bait casters to throw. I can throw a setup just like this on my Shimano Scorpion. It doesn't, I'm not saying it throws it 40 yards, but it throws it plenty far enough. 3000 series spinning reel. Yeah, I could agree with all that. Yeah, because 7-foot medium heavy, so you can reach and you can set the hook. Super important because it still is a Texas rig. Yeah, I agree with all that. And you just put it in the water and you just relax with it. Take off your skirt, Buzzbait is the next one. Alright. So we got a Buddha Bait Company 3-aught naked Buzzbait. Can't show that on YouTube. Yeah, I can. It's just a Buzzbait. Crack this thing open here. Okay. So it's a nice profile. It's going to pull through water great. Interesting looking head, but it's designed to be skirtless. So it's got a nice bait keeper there, and it's got 2 bait keepers on each side. Let's see if I can get that on the camera for you. It's going to be hard to pick up because it's chartreuse. And the lighting isn't kind to all colors, and that's just been a thing I've been fighting with, is figuring out the perfect lighting. But it's white and chartreuse, 3/8 of an ounce. I think it said it was a... How big did it say? It doesn't say how big it is. Whatever. It's cool. Nails on a chalkboard, blah, blah, blah. Throw it anywhere you want. Once again, it says open water. I wouldn't necessarily throw a buzzbait in open water because we're not to that full-on chasing bait fish transition right now. Did they give us anything really cool for a trailer for this? No, they didn't. Weird. Anyway, yeah, you can throw anything you want on this trailer of this. You can throw like a craw, anything that kicks. I would definitely throw a padded tail. But they got that in a separate section. But I would definitely throw like a, as long as the shank is like maybe a 5-inch padded tail. 4.5 might be pushing it to make up that length and it still have sufficient action. But this is solid. Definitely 5-inch paddle tail, maybe even a 6. And some of you guys are gonna be like, "Oh, that's too big." It's not too big. Well, the whole thing's gonna be like this long. Okay, the bass only got to get a third of it in his mouth. He's only got to get on his hook, but it's got to look proportional. See what I mean? Don't be afraid to throw big paddle tails as trailers. A 3.5 is cool. 4, 5, 5-inch paddle tails. That's what makes the big boys come out and play. But yeah, I'm kind of upset they didn't give us a trailer for that. And I don't think I have any paddle tails close to me right now to throw on here for that. But yeah, that's cool. And with all those bait keepers and that heavy line hook, I like this. This is really good. Purpose built, so it's not just like any buzzbait you take a skirt off of. That's nice. Getting jiggy, late summer bass and grass. So we got, where is it? Okay, so there's our swim jig. Okay, and Z-Man Turbo Cross. Dude, I love it when they give us Z-Man stuff. Okay, let's get this open here. Let's go on these out. Ooh. Okay. Color on this, Bama Bug. There we go. Pop that elastic part there. Okay. We got our Stanley jig, 3/8 ounce. Alright, let's just get it out and look at it. Let's not read it today. Oh, this is a nice jig. Look at that. Some good color. Nice gold. You know, that's one thing, you don't see a lot of gold skirted jigs. It's got a nice brush guard once again. Keeps it out of the weeds, but you can get your bait on it. And that's one thing I hate is when they're too stiff and it makes it hard to put your baits on, or your trailers on. Rubber banded skirt, and the bait keeper, I mean, it's a design. It's got one. I don't love this design. Alright, so we're going basically back to that first claw there. Let's throw this on here. Do. You know, like the first time you put any elastic product on a lure that you've never put it on before, it's like an adventure. Because if you haven't used elastic before, it's fantastic. Okay, it's indestructible, but with it basically being indestructible makes it some things slightly more challenging, like this part. So a normal bait, you would just push it up there really gently so you didn't split it. This elastic, you just pull it and you force it right where you want it. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Elastic, super stretchy. Yeah, this is great. I like this a lot. Another thing about elastic, guys, store it in the original package. Okay, you do not want your elastic stuff near anything else. Like if you put this Excite stickworm in the same area as this Turbo Cross, it's just going to turn into an absolute mess. And the best place to put your elastic baits is right back in the package. Some things, yeah, it's a pain to get off of jackhammers, whatever. You know, unless you're storing all of your jackhammers with only elastic baits, like I do now. Well, not now, as in I didn't before. I kept all my elastic stuff free, but I've got new bait boxes for my jackhammers. Different subject. Anyway, put that back in the package. All the other ones, they can do whatever they want. Put the elastic back in the package, and they will last forever. Like, you're not buying new packages of elastic stuff because you're breaking it necessarily. It's because you're losing them. Don't ask me about black and blue jackhammers. Could buy stock in them now. I should. Anyway, let's get to number 5. Number 5, Summer Walk It Out. I don't know. I have super mixed feelings about lunker hunt stuff. Some of their stuff is cool. Some of their stuff is really dumb. But okay, that's the hook. The hooks are sharp. If you're wondering. All right. Oh. So it's a floating, walking, half ounce, 2.5 inches long, walking frog. So you can pop it, work it kind of like a jerk bait in your mind, okay? Through the weeds and stuff. This is actually a really good looking frog. I just got the Z-Man one. And I would say this one's probably about as nice. Necessarily, once again, the only thing that I'd probably do to this, because I don't really have to boil this, because a lot of times you get frogs, they're super stiff and you got to boil them. This one, not so much. The only thing I would probably do is bend those hooks back just a little bit. Just a little bit. And that's a personal preference thing, is to bend the ends of these hooks up. I just do it because I feel like it makes for better hookup. If you don't, you don't. If you do, you do. Everybody does little things. Anyway, so yeah, 7 medium heavy glass composite rod, 30-pound braid or 14-pound mono, 7:3 to 1 gear ratio bait caster. Absolutely agree with all of that. Actually, I didn't even talk about the swim jig, but it's actually kind of interesting. They say 7-foot medium action rod, 14-pound fluoro. I agree with that. 6:3 to 1 bait casting reel. I would do 7:3 to 1, but that's just me. And I would throw it on medium heavy, but that's just me. You can do it on a medium. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying I would throw that swim jig on medium heavy. I'd throw it probably on almost the exact same rod and setup. Well, maybe not the same setup, but the same rod and essential base setup as I would throw this walking frog on. It would be medium heavy, 7:3 to 1. Same thing for the swim jig. The only difference is I would throw this on straight braid, or I would, like it says, 14-pound mono. Because it floats. Alright, Swiss Army knife of lures, paddle tail possibilities. Okay. Paddle tail swim baits. D Walker 120. Wow. These are cool. 5.8 ounces, or 5/8 of an ounce, my bad. 4 3/4, so almost 5 inches. Green pumpkin red. These are cool. Pop these open. Oh, oh. You know, one thing I don't like about swim baits. So all swim baits come packaged in packages like this. Okay, which I get. You want to keep them all nice and however they are. I find the clamshells to be super annoying because it takes up this much space for 3 of these when they could just be in a bag. But I mean, I get why they're not in a bag, but at the same time too, like I kind of wish they were in a bag. This is super nice, guys. It's got the eye on it for you already. Nice paddle tail. They got weight to them, which is nice. So you could throw them just on a hook, or you could throw them however you wanted. That card didn't really have any information for rigging tips, but it looks like there's 2 spots in it. Oh, the belly's split. That's why. Yeah, so that's perfect. Tuck your hook right up in there. This is great. I really like this. Now, because this is so heavy and this is so dense, I wouldn't necessarily throw it on this buzzbait because you're going to have to burn this quite a bit to get this all to stay on the surface. Plus, you're throwing almost an ounce. But like lighter paddle tails, that'd be sick. Oh, yeah, see, there's that split in the belly. eyes, the color. It even got scales on it. We got a tuck-in spot on the back for the hook. Right there, in that channel. These are really nice. I've heard about these before. I haven't actually had any yet. But this is super nice. I think Tactical Bassin talks about these a fair amount. And I will quote Tactical Bassin absolutely anytime because I think the man's correct. But yeah, that's super awesome. Okay, let's see what it says about it. Paddle tail swim bait. You throw it in the water. However you rig it, you decide how you're going to throw it. Because you can throw that anywhere. Where does it say you can't throw that? Mats. Okay. You could punch with a paddle tail swim bait. You could. There's better options for punching. But yeah, so see how it says absolutely anywhere you want? It goes absolutely anywhere you want. And it goes in all the water. It just goes in the water, see? They're telling you throw it in the water, not on mats. You're good to go. 7-foot medium heavy rod, agreed. 30-pound braid or 14-pound fluoro, agreed. 6:3-to-1 bait casting reel. I mean, you could go anything you wanted, depending on what you put that on. But yeah, I totally agree. I would throw that in the water. Yeah, dude, guys, you can Texas rig that, you can Carolina rig that, you can put a jig head on it, you can put an underspin head on it, you could use it as a trailer on an even bigger like spinner. You can throw it however you want. If all you have to do is put a hook or a swim jig head on it, like you could even throw it on this. Kind of too heavy, but you get the idea, guys. You can throw it on anything you want, and it's cool. Just throw it in the water, not on the mat. Completely agree with this. That's super exciting. I'm really happy I got those. We got our moon phases again. Bait hacker, spotlight stuff, falling in love with fall. That's going to be next month. Even though, I mean, I'm north, so it doesn't really count because this is for everybody in the country, but this box is put together for my region. So, yeah, no, I'm really, really happy with this. Once again, like, the only thing I can really complain about that I don't like is I could complain that they didn't give us a super cool soft bait to put on the back of this Buzzbait, but I wouldn't even necessarily complain about that because there's so many options of things that you could just throw on this. You know, I mean, you could throw that on this. It'd be heavy. It'd be almost an ounce. But I'm super excited that I actually got these because I've been thinking about buying these for a while. This is what I'll do. I'll see a bait or I'll hear about a bait. And I'll be like, oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Sometimes I get it. Like, I've already pre-ordered my Hellraisers, which I'm getting Hellraisers. For those of you that don't know what that is, it's a topwater chatterbait. But, like, I've been looking at these, but I've got a lot of paddle tails I'm not necessarily going to go buy. Well, just a random paddle tail. But I'm super happy about all this. The only thing I complain about, besides that they didn't give us anything for that, which isn't really a complaint, is the light hooks on that. That's really about it. Last couple things in here. Oof. I got another one. I'm so happy. I like that. They should make that a shirt. Another tournament card. So I wonder if we're doing more tournament and my golden ticket. But yeah, that's it, guys. This box was really, really, really good. Yeah. And I love the sticker. I love stickers. We're not going to talk about stickers. But yeah, this was really, really good. Keep in mind, we're going to be having that giveaway when we hit 250 subscribers. Um, that's it for me today. Tight lines. I've got more content coming out. I got some new things that I've done to my kayak. Some of you are going to thoroughly enjoy that. So, yeah, tight lines, guys. Peace. See you later.